Hi, it's Josie, and today I want to talk to you about how to turn your horse onto a circle and off of a circle. These are aids that you build for bend, so obviously your horse needs to be bent on a circle or even in a corner. So I have done videos on bend. I will link one up here and I'll pop it in the description as well. So you need to understand your aids for bend. But I'm going to run through very quickly again what bend is. Bend basically starts with flexion. So you can have flexion and no bend, but you can't have bend without flexion. And bend is to do with the horse's head, the end of it on his neck there. So that's flexion to the left. Whoops, I don't know my right from my left. Hang on, Spider. That's flexion to the right. That's flexion to the left. That's flexion to the right. I've done a video on that to show you how to do that. I'll link that up here and in the description as well. So you have that, you have a little bit of neck bend, and then the amount of neck bend depends on the diameter of the circle. Horses can bend their neck a lot, so usually you're using your outside rein to limit the amount of bend, because a horse will often try and bend his neck rather than bend through the body, and that's when he falls out on a circle. He will bend from the end of his neck to his sacrum, a little bit through the centre. Can't bend a lot through there, but he can bend a little bit. And his sacrum itself is actually fused, so he doesn't bend that very well. But you would use your outside leg to ensure that when he's going around the circle, he doesn't go straight. That he actually, so your outside leg would go to make sure that he bends a little bit that way. So let's get on with it. So all the aids to help turn the horse onto the circle line happen so fast that I can't tell you them all as I do them. I couldn't even voice over it. Somebody did suggest that I voice over, but I couldn't say them as fast as they happen because they all happen within about 2 seconds, and I can't get flexion, inside way, look where you're going, inside leg, outside leg. I just can't say all of them in the time that they happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what I do, then I'm going to run through them and just tell you when I do each one, but you have to realise that within 3 strides I've done about 5 different things. So what I will do is I'm going to choose B and E. Sorry, E's on the ground here, it needs to get put back up, but that's going to be my circle. So I'm going to come around about, I know Spider well enough, about 2 strides out, I'm going to warn him that we're going to do something. That's just a little half halt with my outside rein. If it was a greener horse, I might be warning him way back at the corner, and I might have to warn him 10 times that something's coming. But with Spider, I can probably do it 2 strides out. So I'll warn him that something's coming. Then I will make sure that I've got flexion to the inside of the circle, just flexion, with a tiny little bit of neck bend because we're doing a 20-metre circle, which is hardly any neck bend at all. Then I am going to, because I'm going down the straight line, I will be balanced in both stirrups with equal weight. Then I am going to weight my inside stirrup a tiny bit more. And this is just a tiny bit more, guys. It's like stand on a canoe and think about, you want the canoe's going and you want to, or even a sailboard, and you want it to go to the left, you only use a tiny bit of weight. Sometimes just turning your head, because you should also look in the direction you want to go, is enough to actually put more weight down through that stirrup and you don't actually have to step. Then I am going to make sure my inside leg, stays on him, and my outside leg will go back to guard if he tries to go around the circle straight like that, because I can't bend my hand backwards. Let's do it this way, sorry. So my outside leg will go back to make sure he doesn't go around the circle like that he bends. I may or may not need to use it. And my inside rein will be squeeze release, saying come this way, come this way, come this way. That's a lot. That all happens in 3 strides, mate. Probably happens in less than. So I'm going to go, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say warn when I warn him, flex when I flex him, inside leg when I use my inside weight, and you see me turn my head at the same time, and then indicate. So that's all going to happen pretty fast. So let's see how we go. So we're going to do it in walk just because it's easier for me to show you. So here we go. I'm going to warn, flexion, inside leg, looking where I'm going, inside leg, indicating, indicate, 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 indicate. Now each time I indicated for him to come around, I actually very slightly closed my outside ring finger as well, because if I didn't, watch what happens to his head and neck. See, I didn't want that. So my outside ring finger just gently shut, wasn't like a vice, there was elasticity in it, but it stopped him bending his neck. There's a lot involved in riding a circle correctly. Let's do that again. We'll do it in trot this time. Okay, warning, flexion inside leg, inside rein, listen, come around inside leg, indicate, 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 going straight, weight in both stirrups, and I've straightened him up. So those come for the corner as well, listening, flexion, inside leg. Straighten him up, warn him, whoop, flexion, inside leg. Let's do it this way, see if you can see. Okay, warn him, flexion, inside leg. Looking where I'm going, a bit of weight down the inside stirrup. Indicate, 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 indicate. When I first started this, I used to indicate at least at every quarter on the circle, so 6, 12, 9 and 3 o'clock marks. I would indicate whether I needed it or not. And that's what I would suggest you do. But then what happens is, as you start doing that, you get a feel for when the horse is actually falling out of the circle or not coming around or about to straighten up. And then you don't need to do it on every quarter. You do it when it's required. But in the beginning, I would go and I would work with that, go out and ride a circle, think about how you're going to do it slowly, break it right down. You break it right down for you, and if you're teaching your horse, you break it right down for him. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you realise how much there is to riding a circle. Please don't forget, give us a thumbs up if you like it. I'd love you to subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching, guys.